Hi guys, just a random little evening video for you. I hope you've had a good day and you've got amazing things planned for the weekend. Now, as some of you may know, I've got a cruiser style motorcycle, Kawasaki Emulator 125. I know, small engine, but it looks and feels good. So today I went for my first ever ride on the road, so I've just up and down the car park and it went great. Well, as great as it could do. On the way there, all I managed to do is almost crash into the back of my mate's bike and stalled in front of a car, but other than that went absolutely fine, got to the destination fine, and then so that was good. On the way back, a little different story. Literally, I've never ridden on the roads before, and we decided to leave rush hour. And now where I was going from, there's three-way traffic and a set of traffic lights, and it was pandemonium to the point where, sad to say that my mate had to, he's an expert rider by the way, had to ride my bike for me across the main road. And on the way up, I just kept, I don't know, I think so I was shook from the the amount of traffic and the fact I couldn't put on the bike, kept stalling. That it took me a while to get my bearings, but as soon as I did, I managed to indicate okay, forgot to turn the indicators off. And I also stupidly, because I was so worried about crashing those cars and the sun was in my eyes, I was really worried about stalling my bike or crashing into a car. I forgot to change the gear from first. While it was going slow and as you can get the gist. Forgot to say from first into second. And that's the thing, when you see people doing like bike shows or TV, you think, yeah, that's a piece of piss, really. You think, yeah, I could do that. But then we don't take into account until you actually get your first bike, until you actually learning to ride, is the amount you must remember to use the back brake, or because if you slam the front brake on, you'll tip yourself off the bike. You must remember to pull the clutch in as well. So if you just use the back brake, the bike will stall. You've got to remember to change the gear, to indicate, to look over your shoulders, to use some mirrors. There's so much to remember to do that. Understanding, my friend was saying, understand me, my first time on the roads, of course I wasn't going to remember everything. He said I did well for the amount I knew, but he said there are things we've gone over before in the past where he knew I could have done better, but I didn't remember. Of course, because I'm autistic, it means my mind can only take in a certain amount of information at one time. So you've got to remember clutch, back brake, accelerate, indicate, gear change, look behind you, use your mirrors. That's 7 things to remember. And you've got to remember them very quickly, because like you said, you're riding on a road. The last thing you want to do is hit yourself or hit someone else, or crash into a car, or a car even crash into you. So I think the message here is to any new riders out there who are either at the situation I am, where you've never ridden on the roads before, just remember to take it easy. And time, I learned the hard way, say time riding with the traffic, like I stupidly went there. Like I said, apart from almost crashing into the back of him and stalling once, was absolutely fine. Second, on the way back, we made a mistake of leaving at 6 in the evening at the dead of rush hour. And I don't know what your town, city or village is like, but my end of town at rush hour can be pretty busy. There's cars going, there's people just like, I feel so bad. And lorry drivers like, go. I was like, sorry mate, but my engine's stalled, so you just go and stuff like that. So I think what I'm going to do, and I suggest you do if you're a new rider, is to go, but learn on the roads when it's not rush. I say early morning, or well, looking outside. Nowadays in England, it doesn't get dark until like 9. So I think I'd advise myself, and I'm not an expert, so please don't take my advice if you don't think if it's right for you. But I would probably learn either in the morning before after 9, but before 3, and when you come back again, either leave later after 6, around say 7, half 7 time if it's still light. Hey bunny, 7 or half 7 time if it's still light, or leave before 3 in the afternoon, because you got the school rush hour, then you've got the college rush hour, then you've got the between 5 and after about 7:30, you've got the rush hour for people coming home from work. And I believe the last thing people really want is coming home from work, being stressed out from being at work all day, and then having some fucking idiot rider who's never ridden before. But one of those things, just don't feel, if someone shouts out the window to you, goes, what do you think you're doing? Just go, this is my first time on the road. I'm learning to ride. Like, what more can you say? I mean, most people are okay. As soon as you've got a learner plate and you're going like as slow as a snail, they do think, okay, this guy's a learner. But you always get like 1 or 2 people out there he'll just have a go at you for it. So I suggest you just do it, just go for it. Do what you feel is comfortable for you. Time your rides right so you don't get stuck in like rush hour or embarrassingly like what happened to me today. You don't have to have a friend of yours ride your bike back for you, or not back for you, back across the road for you, because you just can't stop stalling. Then so you panic like, oh my god, I'm gonna crash, or shit, I'm gonna get hit by a car. So yeah, bear that in mind, should be okay. But like I say, I'm not an expert, and I've only ridden the road once with today, so don't say go by what I say as gospel. But definitely, I would say the one thing to definitely do if you've never ridden the road before is wait until after any rush hour. So you don't, like I said, you don't have the panic of loads of traffic, you don't have the worry of I've got to go really quickly. But if you go after rush hour, before rush hour, it's a lot more quiet. And if you mess up at all, like if you stall or if you panic, one thing try not to is panic brake. So if you panic brake, that's when you can end up kind of flying off the bike. And then the last thing to do is be on the road, panic brake, and then fly off the bike. So yeah, I suggest the best times to ride is like before or after rush hour, like maybe middle afternoon or mid morning, and just keep aware of your surroundings, keep aware of who's behind you. And also what I needed to remember to do is always look in your mirrors and indicate. Well, I hope this has helped any, like me, very, very, very new riders. Have a lovely weekend. This has been your boy Ghost Watch Ghost 666. Respect.